What's up, everyone? It's your boy Osito and his adventures. And today we're back with the what? With the new banger. First and foremost, I want to say if it's your first time here, thank you for tuning into my channel. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoy auto detailing content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you don't miss another video like this. And if you're already familiar with the channel, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate you spending your time with me. So today, guys, what I want to talk about, well, basically what I want to show you guys, it's my auto detailing setup, my mobile detailing setup. As you have seen, maybe like 2 months ago, I did pick up a van, and today I want to reveal so far how's the progress been. I feel like we're doing pretty good, but I want you guys to let me know what you think about the setup and what would you do differently. If you're not familiar with the van, this is a 1995 Ford Aerostar. I know what you're thinking, she's kind of old, but she is, but she's been pretty good. And recently, not long ago, we ended up getting ourselves a generator. So we threw in a generator on here, and recently we threw in the rails, guys. I feel like everything's been coming together and just making it look a lot more better. In the bottom, we ended up buying a plywood. I think it was 4x8. That was the platform that we put in the bottom. It's a nice tight fit in the bottom, so it's not going nowhere. Especially with all the weight that we got under, it's definitely looking good. So yeah, man, I want you guys to let me know what you would do differently in this setup, and if you recommend me to do anything. I do plan on hopefully in the future putting some walls right here, so that could possibly keep everything more secure, and it gives me the option to put a few wall mounts and stuff.
And so after a year and a half, you decided to get a detailing van instead of using your personal vehicle, right?
Yeah, man, I was tired of using my personal vehicle, just having to put things in, take it out, go get groceries, gotta remove things, forgetting things. It was just a whole, struggle on its own.
Struggle on its own.
Mm-hmm.
And this van is just straight for detailing, correct?
Correct. That's the purpose of it. It's just, strictly for detailing. Thankfully, she's a V6, so she saves a little bit of gas.
And so why did you prefer a van instead of any other vehicle?
I was really thinking of possibly getting like a small pickup. I even looked at an F-150, but I kept on coming back to a van. I just felt like I would be more comfortable in one. Even though personally, I'm not a van type of guy, but I just felt like I would have the more room and the ability to do a few more things I would like to and stuff. But I see you guys out there in those vans, in those sedans and in those pickups. Man, those things look nice.
They look really nice.
They do.
And so I got one more question for you.
Yes, sir.
I see you don't have a water tank. Do you plan on getting one later?
When I first got the van, my true intentions were to possibly throw a water tank in here. That was always the goal. But once I got the van, I did realize that she probably can't support a water tank. I believe for what I've seen, I think each gallon is about 8 pounds, and considering this vehicle, the older, the way it is, it's just the older vehicle. I possibly don't see it happening, so I would say no to that. But we are gonna be, thankfully we can knock out interiors anywhere, and now we can knock out a few rinseless washers if we need to.
Okay, and so I'm looking around your setup, and explain to the viewers a little bit how you have it set up and why do you have it this way.
Yes. So as you guys can see, we have our generator right here where it can face out here and let out all the smoke and the fumes and exhaust or whatever from the exhaust. So right here, this is a 4750 Champion, and it runs like a champ, man. I could definitely run my vacuum, air compressor, and steamer all at once with no issues. And then right here, we got our rails. These are by Flexzilla. This is our air compressor one. And then the other one will be an extension cord. They're both 50 foots. And man, I definitely like them. I do have a small early but I think it's from my air compressor, so I'm gonna figure that out later, and I'll give you guys an update on that. But as you guys can see, we have our vacuum right here. Man, I know you've seen these everywhere. These little things are champs. Then right here we have our ladders. The reason we have our ladders, our tables and stuff, sorry, our tables, because our ladder is over there, but our tables are right here for we can quickly access them. And then we have our hoses right there. As you guys can see, we have our water hose, and I know you guys are thinking, man, Osito, that's a huge water hose, and it is pretty big, man. That's a 75 foot, but I guess I just like to stay ready. Right here we have our Fortress air compressor. That thing's been running like a champ. It's a 2-gallon. And then behind that we have our vacuum. No, sorry, we have our pressure washer and our steamer. I'll put you guys to the side here shortly though. But yeah, man, overall, I kind of wanted to just be easy to get in here, grab what you need, take it out, and then take care of it. Yes, sir.
So quick question, for a beginner that wants to start his mobile detailing, do you recommend this generator for them?
I would, honestly, I definitely would. When I picked this one up, honestly, I got it cheaper than your Predator at Harbor Freight Tools, but now the price has gone up. So I picked this one up for a little bit less than $600. I think the original price is $1,100. But honestly, guys, it runs like a champ. And for what I've seen and been told, is a bit more dependable than the Predator. But hey, I know they have another one that's at 2,500 watt, a 2,500 watt, and I think that was at 800. Yeah, so I would say, yeah.
Really recommend it. I mean, we love it. It's been useful for the business.
Very useful.
So, yeah, and so demonstrate them around real quick.
Yeah, and so then I want to bring you guys to this side over here. Once we get over here, you can kind of see that, this is not diamond plated sheet metal or anything. That's just the thing that we ended up throwing over the plywood, but it definitely pulls it together. I need to go back over it and add some more staples. As you can see, it's coming apart, but like I said, we have it kind of simple, easy to just get in, grab your things and get out. We have our 2 drawers right here. We have things that we need, like our applicators. Down here we have our wax towels. In the very bottom we have drying towels, and then over here in these first ones we have extra things that we might need, like Q-tips and clay towels. We have our clay bars and all that good stuff, you know what I'm saying. In the bottom one we have everything that's for interior. That would be your towels and your scrubbers. In the very bottom is we have another section of drying towels for the vehicles. This is more of a smaller towels that we use just for small touch-ups, I would say. As you guys can see, not long ago we added this right here. We have it drilled to the bottom. It's a little wobbly, but we're gonna have it rocking there until it falls. Once it falls, hopefully it doesn't though, cause
you drilled that into the floor, right?
Yeah, it's drilled into the plywood, so I don't think it goes anywhere. But when the bumpy roads or whatever, you just see it moving, but nothing's falling from there.
Osito, do you carry an extractor?
You know what? I used to always carry an extractor everywhere I went, but considering all the weight that I have in here and the space too that I'm trying to reserve, I kind of decide when I want to take my extractor. I always got my extractor hose in there, and right away I could just go and grab my extractor whenever I know it's needed.
Right, and I'm pretty sure you'll know when you need it to take it to the job site.
Yes, correct. If I know I'm gonna go to a job that's possibly 50 miles or more, a bit more in my area, I would take it just in case I don't have to come back or anything. We could just be ready.
And so one more thing, in the future, do you ever plan on adding a wrap into this van?
That's one thing that I do think about, and I don't know if I'll go all the way in with the full wrap, but I would definitely like to get stickers. I don't know if you guys are seeing those window covers. They're like it's basically like you have it wrapped, but you can't see in, you can only kind of see out. They have little holes. I would possibly like to get something like that. You know, like I said, possibly give this vehicle a nice little polish and just throw in some like stickers throughout the area, just because I know wrapping will possibly be more expensive.
And so just reminding the viewers that you did build this van, right?
Yeah, basically, you know, and I did take my time, you know, as you guys know, like my brother mentioned in the beginning, it took me over a year and a half of detailing out of my personal vehicle until I said, you know what, let's go on and get a detailing van, you know, and so we ended up pulling the trigger on this one. It was a bittersweet moment. At the moment, I was like, man, I kind of regret it, but you know what? Don't regret anything you do, because everything you do happens for a reason, I would say, you know?
And so you're basically just using this for detailing. Is basically your business truck.
Mm-hmm.
And you got your truck on the side where you go out with the family.
Yeah, it saves me a lot of time, you know. Now instead of having to pull in everything, pull it out, I can just fill up chemicals and, you know, fill up my towel bins and we're good.
So Cito, one more question.
Yes,
I
sir.
noticed you do got an air compressor, but it's only a 2-gallon. Do you plan of upgrading later in the future?
You know what, for now, possibly not, but that's something good to consider in the future. You know, it does run out pretty quick. Maybe a 6-gallon. I think that would possibly be pretty suited for the van. Yeah.
So, okay, you know, one more last question before I let you go.
Yes, sir.
Did you ever plan on adding some spokes into this van?
Oh, like those all-rider spokes?
Yeah.
You know what? It crossed my mind, but I probably won't be able to do that, you know, just because funds or whatever. But hey, it would look cool, like one of those magazines, lowrider magazines.
Right, yeah, it would look sick.
Hey, well, thank you guys for tuning in for today's video. I really appreciate it. You know, if you like videos like this, make sure you subscribe. We're almost at 1,000, and we're thankful for that. With that being said, remember, every day is a blessing, and every struggle is a lesson.
So don't be stressing.